All right, CDL Book Club. We're gonna do a Class A pre-trip test, and this is for modernized testing throughout the United States right now. So we're gonna start. My keys in my pocket, my wheels is chalk, and we're gonna enter the vehicle using 3 points of contact. See you inside. Enter in the vehicle, 3 points of contact. And so put the key in the ignition, put my seatbelt on. This is gonna be the first thing I want to do, put my seatbelt on. So I'm gonna tell the examiner that I'm using a safe start. So I'm gonna turn the key on, let the dash lights up, and my heater coil went out, so now I can properly turn the truck on. And so my air pressure is down already, so I'm gonna let it build up to the governor cutout rate. So while we do the checklist, so we're doing the in-cab inspection. So my city horn, air horn properly works. I'm gonna push in the windshield wipers. My windshield wipers are not cracked, not broken, and secure. They're flush to the windshield. The blades are not dry rotted or frayed. The brackets, they're not cracked, not broken, and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and not bent. The windshield is not cracked, not broken, and secure, and no obstructions, no outdated stickers. The seal around the windshield is not dry rotted or frayed. Now, my left turn signal indicator, the right turn signal indicator, my four-way flasher indicators, turn on my lights, and my high beam indicator, they all properly work. Now, for my mirrors, my fender mirrors or hood mirrors, the spot mirrors, the flat mirrors, and the blindside mirror. All my mirrors are not cracked, not broken, and secure. They're adjusted for me, they're clean, and the brackets are not cracked, not broken, and secure, and no illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and not bent. My emergency equipment, I have a fully charged fire extinguisher, ABC fire extinguisher, 3 reflective triangles, and spare fuses inside the fuse box, 6 to be exact. They're secure. Now, my vents, I want to turn the heat on and put it to the defrost and the feet. Turn it on, fill at the top, fill down the bottom, properly works. Turn the vents on, fill for the vent. All right, it properly works. So turn that off. And so now we're going to make sure that my air is built up. So I'm gonna listen for the sneeze. Just kind of revving it up a little bit. All right, so the vehicle has reached the governor cutout rate. So now I'm going to perform my air brake test. So for my air brake test, I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to put these 3 fingers up to remind myself of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to 1, turn the truck off. 2, turn the key on so the dash lights up. 3, push in the parking brake and trailer brake, in that order. Starting now. 1, turn the truck off. 2, turn the key on so the dash lights up. 3, push in yellow parking brake, red trailer brake. Let the air settle. And I'm going to hold my service brake down for 1 minute, and the vehicle should not lose no more than 4 PSI. Starting now. So I'm holding my service brake down. And now I'm gonna say a minute is up, and then I release the brake, and then I'm gonna fan the brakes down. I did not lose no more than 4 PSI. So now I'm gonna fan the brakes to 60 PSI, and the low air pressure buzzer should come on. Low air pressure buzzer came on, it properly works. So now I'm gonna fan my brakes down to 40 to 20 PSI, and the parking brake and trailer brakes should pop out. My eyes are on those brakes. They both popped out, they both properly work. So now I'm gonna turn the vehicle back on and build the air pressure back up to the governor cutout rate to perform my parking brake and trailer brake, aka the tug test. So I'm gonna go ahead and build that air pressure up. Build the air pressure up, son. While I'm building the air pressure up, and I'm just taking my RPMs between 15 and 20 PSI. So while I do that, I will explain my service brake test. For my service brake test, that means I'm not gonna do it, but I would drive 5 miles an hour forward, apply the service brake, and the vehicle should not pull to the left or pull to the right. No unusual feeling, right? And now, my gauges are at 100. So we gotta build them up. So I'm above 100, so I have enough air. Now that you just heard the sneeze, so now I'm gonna go ahead and perform the parking brake test. For the parking brake test, I'm going to push in the parking brake and put my vehicle in drive and tug against the trailer brake first. Starting that. Pushed in the parking brake, put the vehicle in neutral drive, tap the accelerator. Trailer brake held, it properly worked. I'm gonna leave my vehicle in drive, pull the parking brake out, push in the trailer brake, tap the accelerator and tug against the parking brake. Parking brake held, it properly worked. Put my vehicle in neutral and pull the trailer brake out. So now on the checklist, I would check off all the items that I have already completed. All right, so now the inside is complete. So now I'm going to ask the examiner I'm gonna turn my lights on, and I'm gonna ask the examiner to give me, to check my lights. And so what I would do is I turned on all my lights, I turned my 4-way flashes on. So now I'm gonna ask them to check my ID clearance lights on my truck and on my trailer. Check my 4-way flashes on my truck, and then turn the 4-way flashes off, turn the turn the right turn signal on first, and then turn the left turn signal on. They give you thumbs up, they check my lights, check my high beams, and now I'm going to turn my 4-way flashes back on and ask the examiner to go to the rear, check my 4-way flashes there, and then turn the 4-way flashes off. Turn the left turn signal on, right turn signal on, and then I'll hit the brakes to check my brake lights. Hit the brakes, they give me thumbs up. So now I'll go ahead and turn my lights off, turn the truck off, and now we're going to do the lenses outside. So I'm gonna get my key, and I'm gonna put my key in my pocket, and I'm going to exit the vehicle, 3 points of contact. I'll see you in the front. Position that I want to be, so swing around right here. I want to be right here in this position so that I can see the top of the truck down the side of the truck. All right, so I'm gonna start with my ID clearance lights on my truck and trailer. They're not cracked, and I'm gonna also include my turn signals because they have the same definition. So my ID clearance lights on my truck and trailer and my turn signal lights, they're not cracked, not broken and secure. Amber is the proper color with no condensation. Amber to the front, red to the rear. Now, My headlights, they're not cracked, not broken and secure. Clean and clear, no condensation. The suspension is balanced. Once it's balanced, I place my vehicle out of service. All right? No leaks or puddles or broken glass underneath the vehicle or hanging wires. If I had that, I'd place the vehicle out of service. All tires are properly inflated to the manufacturer's specifications. So now, I'm gonna open up the hood. Let's swing around to the passenger side. So right here, my coolant reservoir and hoses. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. The hoses are not dry rotted free and they're properly clamped. The reservoir reads between the add and the full mark. My cap is hand tight. My windshield washer fluid reservoir is right here. It's not cracked, not broken, and the lines, they're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. The lines are not dry rotted free and they're properly clamped. The cap is hand tight. Now we're going to go to the driver's side. On my driver's side, I want to start with my engine oil. Come on there. My engine oil dipstick and transmission dipstick. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. How I will check them, I will pull them out, wipe them off, insert them back in, pull them back out, and they should read between the add and the full mark. I check my engine oil with the engine off, my transmission fluid with the engine running. Next part is my air compressor and lines. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. The lines are not dry rotted frayed. They're properly clamped. The air compressor is gear driven. Underneath my air compressor is my power steering pump and lines. This hose, this lower hose right here, go to the power steering pump. So the power steering pump and lines, they're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. It's also belt driven. The lines are not dry rotted frayed and properly clamped. Now, my system number one is steering system. So I'm gonna do my power steering fluid reservoir and lines. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. The lines are not dry rotted free, properly clamped. The reservoir reads between the add and the full mark. The caps are hand tight. The steering shaft. The steering shaft is not cracked, not broken and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and not bent. Has no more than 2 inches of play, free of debris. To the gearbox. The gearbox is not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks, no loose or missing parts. The steering linkage. The steering linkage is not cracked, not broken and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and not bent. They're connected by castle nuts and cotter pins. And in between all metal parts are rubber bushings. They're not dry rotted frayed, properly greased. Next is the braking system, system number 2. And that's this area here, okay? So we have the ABS line and brake hose. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. Not dry rotted frayed, properly clamped. No leaks from the hose. The brake hose go to the brake chamber. It's not cracked, not broken and secure. No dents, no leaks. The push rod and slack adjuster. The push rod and slack adjuster is not cracked, not broken and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, not bent. It's in a 90-degree angle. When you pull on it by your hand, you should not be able to pull on it no more than 1 inch with the brakes released. Now, inside my wheel is the brake drum. And the brake drum is not cracked, not broken and secure. No dents, no brake contaminants, and such as metal shavings or oil. And the brake drum has a brake shoe lining inside of it. It's not cracked, not broken and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, not bent, and they're not worn dangerously thin. System number 3 is suspension. We have the, come on in, we have the leaf springs the leaf springs, the U-bolts, sitting on the axle, held up by the hangers in the rear and hangers in the front with hanger mounts connected to the frame, and the frame has cross members for my truck and trailer. And the last part for the suspension is the shock absorber, and all these parts are not cracked, not broken and secure, no illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, no parts are bent, and the leaf springs are not shifted or missing, no extra unmanufactured holes on the frame, and the shock absorber has no leaks. Now, we completed all the inside, so now we work our way out. The tire is next. So the steering tire is not cracked, not broken and secure, not dry rotted or frayed, no bulges, no leaks, and the tread is evenly worn, and it should be no less than 432. The front steering tire cannot be recapped. How I will check the air pressure? I will check it with a rubber mallet or air pressure gauge at the valve stem. The valve stem is not cracked, not broken and secure, no leaks, it has a metal cap. The rim is not cracked, not broken and secure, no illegal welds, no loose or missing parts. And if you have forgotten something, you don't want to fight with it in your mind. You want to just kind of hold your place and go to it. Don't fight with it in your mind. So one thing for the tread is how you check the tread depth. You check the tread depth with the tread depth gauge. Now, I'm right here. I'm still on right here at the wheel. All right, so the rim is not cracked, not broken and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and not bent. The lug nuts and studs all are in place. None are cracked, not broken and secure. None are loose or missing. If they were loose or missing, they would show rust or shininess or rust trails. The hole on the rim that the studs go through is not elongated. Last part is the oil hub. Oil hub is not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks, no loose or missing parts. And how you can check the oil in the oil hub is through the sight glass, right? So then I will close up the hood, bring it down, go to the passenger side, strap it down, come to the driver's side and strap it down, and then move down the vehicle. So now, right here, we don't skip parts. So right here, we have two parts here. We have the traffic monitoring devices. You can just check those off because you checked them while we was inside the truck on your checklist. Now, we have the tanks, the fuel tanks. So the fuel tank is not cracked, not broken and secure, and lines. The fuel tank and lines are not cracked, not broken and secure, no leaks. The lines are not dry rotted or frayed, properly clamped, and the cap is hand tight. The tank and lines have no leaks. If you're using the truck that have a DEF tank and lines, you would inspect the DEF tank and lines the same way as you check the fuel tank. And the last tank would be the air tanks. The air tanks on my truck and trailer and lines. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks. The lines are not dry rotted or frayed, and they're properly clamped. The tank is drained daily, free of condensation. Now, I'm right here. Notice that I didn't go past this part right here because I didn't want to lose my place. All right? So you don't have to take this box off, the battery box. All right? Just explain what you have. So the battery box is not cracked, not broken and secure, no loose or missing parts. And inside the battery box are the batteries. They're not cracked, not broken and secure, and lines. They're not cracked, not broken and secure. No leaks from the batteries. No excessive corrosion around the posts, and the lines are not dry rotted or frayed. Now, speaking of lines, we're going to go to the connector box on the truck and trailer. left hand, right hand. Do them both at the same time. So we have the connector box on the truck and trailer. They're not cracked, not broken, and secure. No leaks, no loose or missing parts. The lines, we have the green line is the electric line, the blue line is the service line, the red line is the emergency line for the truck and trailer. They're not cracked, not broken, and secure, not dry rotted afraid, no leaks from the hoses, and they're not dragging, and they go to the glad hands for the truck and trailer and the electric connector. They're not cracked, not broken, and secure, no loose or missing parts, no leaks, and inside the glad hands are rubber bushings. They're not dry rotted afraid. Now we go to I like to go to the end of the truck. We may have reflectors on the back of the truck, but when I use this DOT right here, this DOT tape, it reminds me to use to do the truck and the trailer. We'll get to that. But right now, we don't want to lose where we are. So right now, we are at the fifth wheel. So come on down. So we have the apron. It's not cracked, not broken, and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, not bent. It sits on the fifth wheel skid plate. The fifth wheel skid plate is properly greased with no gap. And the fifth wheel sits on the platform, and the platform has mounting bolts. And the release arm and lock pin are in the lock position, which means the lock jaws are locked around the kingpin, and the kingpin is securely mounted to the apron. And all these parts are not cracked, not broken, and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and no parts are bent. Now, let's go to the DOT tape on my truck and the side of my trailer. They're not cracked, not broken, and secure. Proper color and clean. I have right here in this space right here, I have clearance. The clearance is so that the truck and the trailer don't hit. So now I'm at my landing gear. So my landing gear is not cracked, not broken, and secure. No illegal welds, no loose or missing parts, and no parts are bent. The pad is in a raised position. The crank arm is in the lock position. And now we walk down the side of the trailer. We already did the frame, so you already did that. The DOT tape is done. And now the ABS light, we can throw that in there. The ABS light is not cracked, not broken, and secure. The ABS light is amber with no condensation. To the rear of the trailer, we're gonna start with the top of the trailer here with those ID clearance lights. My left turn signal, right turn signal, four-way flashes, and brake lights. They're not cracked, not broken, and secure. Red is the proper color with no condensation. The DOT tape in the rear is not cracked, not broken, and secure. Proper color and clean. Now, this concludes the Modernized Class A test. And if you need or interested in the Modernized books, you can go to our website at thecdlbookclub.com and like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to call this number, 240-581-2452. I don't care where you are, East Coast, West Coast, North or South, and my brothers and sisters that are overseas. Give me a call. I'll answer your questions, help you out. CDL Book Club is where you get CDL minded. Thanks for watching.